Okay. Okay. Good morning, Derek. Good morning, friends. Is Derek the first to say No, he's not. He is. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning. One second here. I gotta take care of this before the Waz or anybody calls me on this. Good morning, Catzilla. Good morning, Classic. Good morning to Justin. Good morning to Sue. Good morning, Derek Anderson. Good morning, Bill D. Hold on, one second. Ah, one second here. Woo, that. You ever like blow your nose and it opens you up and you're like, oh wow, I can hear the world better. Oh, that's gross. Oh, it's all over me and stuff. Ah, what'd I do? That's not good. What's going on? What kind of a show is this? What kind of a razzle-dazzle McDougal-doggle? McDougal-doggle? Good morning. Nope. Let it dry, then pick it, right? Let it dry, then pick it. Welcome to tea, folks. This is what we talk about when I host. It's a different show. Much different. Glad you guys are here. Let's have a great show today. Pops is dealing with, I think he told you about some of the stuff. He's dealing with some stuff around the house. He told you about it. It's not for me to talk about, so we won't. Yay. But if we get like a little visitor or somewhere, like if that door opens and someone pokes their head in, I think we're situated to where we don't have to see their ugly mugs. Okay, you can see my ugly mug instead. So good. Let's do my good mornings here. Let's do some good mornings. We got some Kims. We got some Cleanies. We got some Four Leaves. We got some Nerds. Hey, good morning, Nerd. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, we got Waz. We got Kim. We got Herbie. We got. I said good morning to you. I'm not saying good morning to you. I'm not saying good morning to you again. I'm not saying. Come on, man. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Is Sonam here? Is Sonam? I know Sonam doesn't always show up. The ugly truth. The open secrets are people like my Pops. I'm like, whatever, my Pops. He's great. People show up and they watch Pops. People show up and they watch me. So I understand if Sonam doesn't show up. But if she's here, let me know. Poke me. Hit me over the head. I got a thing. Morning, CCS. Morning. I got a thing for Sonam. I got a present. I made a thing. I might even just do it for you all. But it's for Sonam. I did a thing. Nerd, you know what I mean. I did a thing. Waz, I did a thing. Alright, there was a request for a thing to be done for someone. I did a thing. Justin, yes, it kind of was. It kind of was for science, Justin. I'll share it with you all. You know what? I'm just gonna share it with. I think I did a big enough and a good enough, and a hard and a wild enough. Kim, get a hold of Sam. Let her know. Let her know this is going on. All right, let her know. Let her know. This is for Sam. I apologize to no one. It's all right, Kim. If you can, you can. If she'll watch. All right, here we go. I gave you all the love I got. I gave you more than I could give. I gave you love. I gave you all that I have inside, and you took my love. You took my love. Right? Oh, you know it. You know it. You know it. Didn't I tell you what I believe? Did somebody say a love like that won't last? Didn't I give you all that I've got to give you, baby? Right? I'm sorry. Alright, you don't know how the song goes either, okay? You don't know. You know how to, we'll get there, alright? Trust me. Alright, Sonam? I apologize to no one. Okay, I learned a little bit. I tried to learn this song, okay? I tried, okay? I gave you all the love I got. I gave you more than I could give. I gave you love. I gave you all that I have inside. I keep trying for you. There's nothing like you and I, baby. Here we go. This is no ordinary love. Oh, I knew I was gonna warble there. No ordinary love. Ah, see, I'm getting there, right? This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. Yeah. I nailed the hell out of that. That was good. I'll even get better. Hold on. Let me relax a little. Oh, that was sexy. Oh. I keep crying. I keep trying for you. There's nothing like you and I, baby. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. Oh, there it is. I'm getting down to the deep register now. No ordinary love. No ordinary love. Yeah. All right. Let me do it one more time. All right. This is all. Okay. Here we go. One more time. I keep crying. I keep crying. I keep trying for you. There's nothing like you and I, baby. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. Yeah, alright. I keep trying for you. That was sexy, alright. Sonam, that was for you. Good morning, Mushmouth. Good morning, Jesus Christ. Good morning. Good morning, Andrew. I'm a little nasally on there. I'm a little, Alright, so thank you guys. That was a lot of fun. A little shot A right there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Good morning. Thank you guys. That was ridiculous. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. Alright, so, and then there's, I can't do Smooth Operator. I tried. I thought about it and I was like, nope. He's loved in 7 languages, Diamond Nights and Ruby Lights High in the Sky. It's an amazing song. I don't know how the hell Sade sings the way that she sang back in the day of her singing. Alright? I don't. And it doesn't make any sense. She's just absolutely incredible. We've got The Sweetest Taboo. That was a great song. I looked at that one, and I was like, can we? Let's look at here we go. If I tell you now, will you keep on loving me? If I tell you how I feel, will you keep bringing out the best in me? You give me the sweetest taboo. Right? Don't do that. Don't do that to Sade. All right? Sing it like let her sing it, and then you know, like the Waz says, we're all back up to the Sade. All right? We're all back up to the. I keep trying. I keep crying for you. I give you all my love. Give you all that. You know, oh yeah, woo! Right? Gets you right into the feels. Gets you right into it. Alright? So I believe. Kim, was that a happy birthday to Sonam? Are we doing happy birthday? Is that a Sonam happy birthday? Is that right, Kim? Happy birthday. I keep aging. I keep growing a little old. Every day. Oh wait, 4-leaf. Hold on. Wait, who's got the hold on. Wait, hold on. What are we missing here? I love online when we're chatting. We're all who's got 4-leaf? What are we congratulating 4-leaf for? Did you graduate? Did you finally get that IT degree? You got another grandbaby. You're older. Holy crap and a half. There's no getting away from it now, 4-leaf. You're old, my guy. Wow. You have gotten old enough to get in the way over another person's life. You know what I mean? Just sneak in there and grab them. Let me babysit the kid real quick. And then teach him everything you know. Look, kid. The world's not on your side. What? What? You're not supposed to teach a kid that. The world is not on your side. What? Don't do that. Don't do that, 4-leaf, okay? Be a better grandpa, okay? Be a better grandpa. Be a better influence. The world is not on your side. Quit doing that, okay? Alright? Don't let them anywhere near the world is not on. No, don't do that. Good morning, friends. Congratulations, 4-leaf. Sonam's growing older. She's got good friends. Mushmouth, you got one in the ink. The Waz, I don't know, the Waz, are you even allowed to be a grandpa? Like, are you, I don't know if it, aren't there technicalities against the Waz being a grandpa? Because, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Waz is kind of a funny guy. Alright, the Waz is kind of a funny guy. And so, like, you know, you got a funny grandpa, hilarity ensues. Alright? Hilarity ensues, and then when hilarity ensues, Niffer says Waz steals halos. Correct. I don't think he steals them. I think he teaches us to misplace them for him. That's what I think. I'm not trying to, like, rag on the Waz, okay? Like, don't block him, okay? Don't block the Waz, alright? Leave him alone, okay? What I'm saying is, he's a bad influence, okay? That's what I'm saying, is I would bring the Waz to a metal show. He's a good metalhead, you know? And I'm going to be honest with you, the Waz is the main inspiration for why I did that to the Sade songs. And I apologize, again, to no one. Alright? But I will blame the Waz. Okay? So if you didn't like what I just did, not my fault. Okay? I just do what I read other people talk about on message threads that aren't directly attached to me. That's what I do. I'm not the weirdo. Okay? I'm not the weirdo. Okay? I'm just trying my best for you, who may or may not be the best. What? Good morning, friends. It's a good Thursday. Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going. Thank you, Andrew. I love this shirt. It's a good shirt. I went through all my old shirts and I threw one shirt away because the collar was broken. And I was like, do I keep the shirt? Or do I throw the shirt away because the collar's broken? And it's like a band that, like, I don't know, I used to be into. It's a band shirt, but I threw the band shirt away. And I know it, like, give the shirt away! You know, like, what am I going to... How close to a donation center am I right now? You know what I mean? Come on. The collar's all busted. Like, it's... I'm going to throw it away. Can I do that? Is that okay? It's apropos. Is that the word I want to use? Apropos. Am I sounding smarter than I need to right there? I think so. Apropos. Okay. I need to get something to drink real quick. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. Jesus Christ in Australia, I love you, my friend. I love you, my friend. There is a beautiful dynamic in live chatting versus, like, watching someone create for an audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love chatting. I love live chats. Mr. 420 says, I wear clothes till they fall off my body. Well, I mean, don't we all? Anyhow. Let's unclog an alternator, shall we? Let's do an unclogging real quick. We'll do a little dibble dabble uncloggery, and I tell you what, I'm in like I don't want to do a Sade, but I kind of want to do like the Waz. Give me a new song. Give me another song, whether I know it or not. Whether I know it or not. Okay? Don't you dare, the Waz, let me do a song that I don't know and be like, I don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to do that song. You know, I'll do it and I'll song and dance it any way that I can and I need to. Okay? The Waz, blame the Waz. It's the Waz's show today. Alright? It's not. I love the Waz. I hope everybody understands it. Like, I give him, Are we talking about bees? That's a dibble. Is there a huge news story about, like, colony collapse? We've been talking about collapsing colonies. Dabble. Dibble dabble. You leave me alone, nerd. I'm trying here. Ooh! Right, never. Woo! Alright. Alright. Here we go. Oh, boy. Derek Anderson says he's got the watermelon Skittles. That was Goji Berry, is what that was. That was a nice little sativa, not a super sativa. I don't do super sativas. You can leave those at home, your little lemon hazes. Alright? Alright, I don't need to. I already go 100 miles an hour. I don't need my brain going 100 miles an hour, okay? If I'm going 100 miles an hour, that means my brain's back there for a reason, okay? So Jack Herrera is probably in my. It's absolutely Cherish the Day by Sade. I don't know how that song goes, and that's exactly right. I honestly have zero idea how Cherish the Day goes by Sade, but we're gonna do it in like a. All right. Cherish the Day, Sade. Oh man. Okay. I'm already. First line of this song makes me absolutely regret what the Waz is making me do right now. Okay? Oh boy. Happy birthday, and this is all for Sanam. I hope she's here. Kim, let her know. This is all for Sanam. Happy birthday, and congrats to Four Leaf and the Waz. For liking little Sade. Here, let's take a. Did I take a drink of this, or did I just go grab it and then I cleaned an alternator, because that's what we really were there for. Was just. Oh boy, it was a good sativa, huh? Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Big performance time. I have no idea. I am absolutely gonna butcher this. Again, I've made this point before when it comes to breaking the radio. I'm not supposed to know how the songs go. I'm just supposed to sing them like the way I want to sing. You know? So here we go. You're ruling the way I move, and I breathe your air. You can only rescue me. This is my prayer. Oh, right. I can dig it. If you were mine, it's like if a cat. I sound like if a cat's trying to sing a little Sade. That's what I sound like a little bit. I wouldn't want to go to heaven. Why? Why not? Why wouldn't you want to go to heaven? I cherish the day. I won't go astray. Right? You gotta do that. Hey. I won't be afraid. I don't think she's not a power singer the way that I won't be afraid. You know, like making afraid have 5 syllables. You won't catch me running. The way she draws out, you won't catch me running. You're ruling the way that I move. You take my air. Are you choking me? Is it the Force? Is it like, are you Darth? Is this Darth Vader? I think she wrote a song to Darth Vader. You're taking my air. I can't run. You're choking me. Put me down, sir. You're ruling the way that I move, and I breathe your air. You only can rescue me. This is the song that Anakin wrote as if Padme was writing a love song to Anakin. This is what Padme would write if she was writing me a love song. What are you doing? Sade was brilliant. It's a brilliant song. I cherish the day. I won't go astray. I won't be afraid. You know what I mean? I won't be afraid. I will absolutely choose the dark side. Yeah! I won't. This is the Darth Vader song. You won't catch me running, 'cause I'm stuck on that rock that I was left on. In all the lava, I'm breathing the air, and it's ruining me. Now I sound like James Earl Jones with a little Louis Armstrong. Come on now. Come on now. Sade was brilliant. Sade apparently was really into Star Wars. I didn't know. I didn't. I'm sorry. I just turned the Sade song into a Star Wars Darth Vader origin story. That oh God. Okay. Alright, I am sorry to no one for that. That was brilliant. Thank you, Waz. Thank you guys for, I don't know if any of that made sense to you guys, but that was a lot of fun for me, so thank you. Whew. Let's take another break here. That was a good alternator hit. How about that? Joe, what are we talking about? Joe's got plans. Joe's got plans. Mr. 420, no, we're focusing back in. We're focusing back in, I promise you, Mr. 420. Alright. The humor is strong. On the other channel, my channel, I kind of want to start doing, like, stories and such. And, boy, have I heard some crazy stories. One story that I heard was there was a train accident. Commuter train had collided with a freight train. Unfortunate. All at the fault of one of the engineers. Not really the point of the story. That's how accidents happen. You know, there's a fault somewhere. Some survivors. Not everyone. Charles Peck was on that train. As they were searching for survivors and dealing with the debris and cleaning everything up, for a few hours, Charles Peck's wife and members of his family were getting phone calls from Charles. But he wasn't saying anything. They would pick up, they'd answer the phone, hey, what's going on? And he wouldn't say anything. They would just hang up. And this would happen throughout intervals. Boop, bop, boop. There he is. Where's Charles? I think Charles is on that train. He keeps calling. He can't. He's got to be alive. We got to keep searching. And so the family members, the wife, the mom, everyone getting phone calls from Charles. They're sharing them with the authorities, and the authorities are able to like GPS pinpoint exactly where Charles Peck is. And so they go in and they move all the little pinpoint spots away from the train and like everywhere that like Charles, you know, like, we're coming for ya. You know, the family members are rooting them on, like, you know, they're just screaming into the phone, like, keep the faith, keep it up, Charles, we're coming for you. And they move everything out, and and boom, finally, they find him. They finally find Charles. They finally find Mr. Charles Peck that was on this train. Part of this brutal accident. Unfortunately, Charles is dead. Charles has been dead. Unfortunately, Charles died during the accident. And there is no phone to be found. For the last couple of months, we've been reading through the politics book. We don't get political around here. We like to learn things. I like learning things. Thank you, Anthony. It's a good story. I like that story. I like that story. Alright, it's a good story. We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn about politics, but we're not gonna get political. If we get political, isn't it Mr. 420? Mike Powerball? Well, thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. I like learning about stuff. I like learning about politics, so we're going to learn about politics. Last time we learned about, is it Locke? Hold on. No, it's Hobbes. It was Hobbes, which is the condition of man is a condition of war. There's a long section. We didn't get all the way through it, but we got through most of it. We don't really need to finish it, especially when we got John Locke coming up here. And I like John Locke. The end of law, the purpose of it, the end of law, the ultimate aim of the end of law is to preserve and enlarge freedom. So again, my disclaimer is, if you get political while we're learning about politics, shh, quiet, you're in the way. Get out of the way. You're just getting in the way. You don't know enough yet. I don't know enough yet. That's why we're learning. If you're in the way of learning, knock it off. Alright? Got a little Sade in the morning, that was good. Got some stories in, thank you. Love you guys. Let's learn about John Locke. The end of law is to preserve and enlarge freedom. An important question in political theory concerns the role of government and the functions it should perform. Equally important is the question of what gives the government a right to govern and where the boundaries of government authority should be. I'm going to go make sure my lights are up all the way. I think they are. They are not. Alright. Some medieval scholars argued that kings had a right to rule that had been bestowed upon them by God, while others proclaimed that the nobility had a birthright to rule. Enlightenment thinkers started to challenge these doctrines. All right, you got the divine right of kings, and then you got the hereditary or the patriarchy or the monarchy or the, you know what I mean, matriarchy. There we go, monarchy. Which is the monarchy? Okay, but if the power to rule was not to be granted by divine will or by birth, other sources of legitimacy had to be found. All right. No God, no mom, now what? Okay. English philosopher John Locke was the first to articulate the liberal principles of government. Namely, that the purpose of government was to preserve its citizens' rights to freedom, life, and property, to pursue the public good, and to punish people who violated the rights of others. Lawmaking was therefore the supreme function of government. For Locke, one of the main reasons people would be willing to enter into a social contract and submit to being ruled by a government is that they expect the government to regulate disagreements and conflicts in a neutral manner. Following this logic, Locke was also able to describe the characteristics of an illegitimate government. It followed that a government that did not respect and protect people's natural rights or unnecessarily constrain their liberty was not legitimate. Let me repeat that. It followed that a government that did not respect and protect people's natural rights or unnecessarily constrained their liberty was not legitimate. Locke was therefore opposed to absolutist rule. Unlike his contemporary, Thomas Hobbes, who believed that an absolute sovereign was required to save people from a brutal state of nature, Locke maintained that the powers and functions of government had to be limited. So remember, Hobbes is saying, we need rules. We're all animals. Have you seen us? I've been watching YouTube for the past 2 weeks. I've seen us. We need rules. That's what Hobbes was like. Hobbes is like chain smoking cigarettes, watching YouTube videos, going, humans, man, friggin' humans. John Locke is like, dude, you just gotta go hang out at the dog park every once in a while. Just go hang out there, right? Much of Locke's writing on political philosophy centered on rights and laws. He defined political power as a right of making laws with penalties of death. He contended that one of the primary reasons why people would voluntarily leave the lawless state of nature was that no independent judges existed in such a situation. It was preferable to grant government a monopoly on violence and sentencing to ensure fair rule of law. You can do whatever the hell you need to. I don't have to make the decisions. Moreover, for Locke, a legitimate government upholds the principle of separation of the legislative and executive powers. The legislative power is superior to the executive. The former has supreme power to establish general rules in the affairs of government, while the latter is only responsible for enforcing the law in specific cases. If we get lost in the weeds on what the hell John Locke is doing here, alright, that's how learning goes. So, one reason for the centrality of laws in Locke's writings is that laws protect liberty. The purpose of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom. In political society, Locke believes that where there is no law, there is no freedom. Laws, therefore, both constrain and enable freedom. To live in freedom is not to live without laws in the state of nature. Locke points out that freedom is not, as we are told, liberty for every man to do what he lists. For he could be free when every other man's humor might domineer over him. How could he be? How could he be free? If you're in my way, how can I be free? But a liberty to dispose and other, as he lists, his person, actions, possessions, and his whole property within the allowance of those laws. I want just as much freedom as you have. I think I deserve that. In other words, laws can not only preserve, but also enable liberty to be exercised. Without laws, our freedom would be limited by an anarchical, uncertain state of nature, and in practice, there may be no freedom at all. Locke says that laws should be designed and enforced with man's initial condition and nature in mind. Oh boy. Let's see what Locke says our initial condition is. Remember, Hobbes says we're animals. What Locke had to say. Like most social contract theorists, he considers men to be equal, free, and independent. Alright, that's a good start. According to Locke, the state of nature is a situation in which people coexist, often in relative harmony, but there is no legitimate political power or judge to settle disputes in a neutral way. I don't always want what you have, but what if I do? Locke writes that men living according to reason. Again, I've watched a lot of stuff over the last few, and I don't know what reason is. Men who live according to reason, without a common superior on earth to judge between them, is properly the state of nature. Sure. Unlike Hobbes, Locke does not equate the state of nature with war. A state of war is a situation in which people do not uphold natural law, or the law of reasons, as Locke calls it. Where Hobbes would see human beings acting as power maximizers, mainly concerned with self-preservation, Locke finds that people can act according to reason and with tolerance in the state of nature. I mean, nobody's stolen my stuff yet. Conflicts are therefore not necessarily common in a state of nature. However, turn the page. When population density increases, resources become scarce, and the introduction of money leads to economic inequality, conflicts increase, and human society begins to need laws, regulators, and judges to settle disputes in an objective manner. Oh. And the snozzberries taste like snozzberries. The question of legitimacy was at the heart of Locke's political thinking. Following the example of Hobbes, he sought to deduce the legitimate role of government based on an understanding of the human state of nature. Hold on. So I'm thinking of the chocolate factory, right? And I'm thinking, like, is that Locke? Is that John Locke? Is that who Willy Wonka? Who's Wonka? Is Wonka Hobbes or Locke? Locke's like, no, we had rules. You don't have to follow them, but there they are. You know? I think that political theory inside of the chocolate factory. If you actually read the real book, oh boy, it's dark. It's dark. It's just as dark as the train story. Alright? People are willing to enter civil society in order for government to take up this role. This is therefore a legitimate role for government. Another important aspect of legitimate government is rule by consent of the people. For Locke, this did not have to mean democracy. A majority of people could reasonably decide that a monarch, or an aristocracy, or a democratic assembly should rule. The important point was that the people granted the rights to rule and were entitled to take back this privilege. Locke argued against a strong absolutist sovereign, as advocated by Thomas Hobbes, since such a powerful figure would limit individual freedom unnecessarily. Well, what do you mean? I don't see it like that. Versus, what do you mean we might be able to see it like that? For Locke, total subordination was dangerous. He wrote, "I have reason to conclude that he who would get me into his power without my consent would use me as he pleased when he got me there, and destroy me too when he had a fancy to it. For nobody can have desire to me in his absolute power unless it be to compel me by force to that which is against the right of my freedom, i.e., make me a slave. The only way you'll have absolute power over me is if you take all of my power away. Oh, try me." Rather, Locke favors a limited role for government. Government should protect people's private property, keep the peace, secure public commodities for the whole people, like a dog park where he's probably hanging out, and, as far as possible, protect citizens against foreign invasions. Leave my dog park alone. For Locke, this is the original. This is the use. And these are the bounds of the legislative, which is the supreme power in every commonwealth. The purpose of government is to do what is missing in the state of nature, to ensure people's freedom and prosperity. There is no need to enslave people under absolute rule. The primary function of government is to craft good laws to protect people's rights and to enforce those laws with the public good in mind. Locke's distinction between legitimate and illegitimate governments also carries with it the idea that opposition to illegitimate rule is acceptable. Locke describes a range of scenarios in which people would have a right to revolt in order to take back the power they had already given the government. For example, people can legitimately rebel if elected representatives of the people are prevented from assembly. Your senators not allowed to enter into the Capitol. Your representatives aren't allowed on the floor to vote. Congress people aren't allowed to do their due diligence and make their voice heard when it's asked to be heard. I don't know if that's ever happened. I don't think that, hopefully that's never happened. Foreign powers are bestowed with authority over people. Oh boy. Or the election system or procedures are changed without public consent. These are all reasons to rebel, according to Locke. The rule of law is not upheld. Rebel. Or the government seeks to deprive people of their rights. Rebel. Locke regarded illegitimate rule as tantamount to slavery.